ladies and gentlemen, how you doing today? My name is Billify, and today we are here to counter a glove. Which glove might that be? Why, of course it's the chicken glove. These are going to be the amazing goobers that are going to be helping us to figure out what counters this brand new chicken glove. We have Gravity, Ivan, Show, and Siben up at the top. I appreciate you all. Let's get into this. So if there's a chicken ambush happening where there's a ton of chickens in the air, you can definitely go into a rock to save yourself from being hit, but I wouldn't use diamond as there's a slowdown penalty. I would definitely use either custom or mega rock. If they slap you in the use of the ability, you can definitely go into the rock and use this so that you don't get targeted by any of the chickens. But it's not going to save you if you get hit into the chicken itself. Once you're the chicken, you can't do anything until you're not a chicken. What happens with the Z glove? If you're sleeping, oh my gosh, you can't avoid the chicken ambush. Wasn't expecting that to happen, but you can still be turned into a chicken, so not a top counter. So Zzz is going to be like the rocks, but not as good as the rocks because at least when you're in a rock, you're protected. When you're in Zzz, you're just sleeping there on the ground, so I'll give this a little bit less than 75%. Extended's great to fight them and not get slapped, but you can still be hit by another person's chicken ambush, so not a go-to. Thanos is one of the 3 saving gloves on this. You could use this to save yourself if the ambush ends up pushing you off the map, but this isn't a counter. Can you escape the chicken ambush if you use speedrun? Alright, so if it's used on me and I use the speedrun, yeah, for sure. Okay, just keep running backwards and to the side, and you can avoid these chickens. Yeah, as long as you don't run in a straight line. So speedrun's gonna get a 75%, maybe even a little bit above counter, but you can still be turned into a chicken if you get slapped twice. This is why it's not a top counter. Does golden save you? We can't be slapped, and if the chickens come, you cannot be hit by the chickens. But I do believe the chicken ambush lasts a little bit longer than the golden ability, so this isn't gonna be a top counter. This is only gonna be like 50%. What happens with your cheeky? Alright, if you get slapped once, you're fine, but if you do get slapped a second time, you're a cheeky chicken. Yo, what? Yeah, that's odd to see. And if you get hit with the ambush ability, the knockback on this wouldn't be terrible. You could just move around too. So I think Cheeky's a great option for you, and it can lead to a really funny moment. So I'm gonna say this is like 75, maybe a little bit lower. What happens with clones? Okay, so the clone can get a chicken on top of the head, but what about the ability? I guess we won't know. Yo, it keeps making the replica clone fly away. Okay, so the ability can't be placed on the clone. So don't use replica because the clone is gonna end up just flying away. What happens with reverse? Okay, so if they slap you while they have their ability active and you have reverse active, they get hit with the actual chickens. Or the ambush, I should say, so that's good. Okay, the reverse doesn't work to save you from the chickens themselves, though. So reverse is going to be 50-50. The way you use this glove is as soon as you hear them use their ability, yeah, you're going to have to hear from this one. You could use this and hopefully try to bait them into a slap, but if they've already got the ambush on you, this isn't going to save you from the projectile chickens. Animation should work here, but you're not safe after you get out of it. Alright, so if there's an ambush happening, you can go into this form, and the chickens will not hit you while you're here. But, like I said, I don't think the animation lasts long enough for this one, so this isn't going to fully protect you. Adios is the second saving glove. This should save you if you're flying off the edge, but this is just a save, not a counter. What happens with blocked? If you slap them, you should not be able to be hit by them anymore. The only thing that can hit you is if they do attack somebody else, the chickens can still end up hitting you because you can't block the chickens out. Coil is like extended, you can distance fight them, but this isn't going to save you from the ambush or being turned into a chicken. Can Balloony be effective? Alright, so if you manage to get 2 balloons... Ooh, actually, you know what? If you're moving... Okay, I got hit there, but as long as you have those balloons, yeah, you should be able to stay up in the air for long enough to not really have to worry about it. If you just stay moving, I think you can avoid most of the chickens, if not all of them. The track, Tableflip, ping pong, and slicer gloves are all deterrent gloves. You could use this super offensively to oof them before they get you, but this is nothing for defense, and if you end up getting turned into a chicken or the ambush happens, these gloves are not going to protect you. So, deterrent gloves, not counters. Shield is 50-50 here. It works against their base slap, so if they're gonna try to slap you to put the ambush on you, this will protect you against that first slap, but if there's already chickens in the air, shield will not protect you from the ambush itself. What happens if you go underground? Alright, so if you go underground, you can evade the chickens, but your animation doesn't last long enough. You're still gonna end up getting hit by the end of it. So I'm gonna say like 50-50-ish because it's only like 1 or 2 chickens you might get hit by. Does grapple work to evade? Alright, so if we use this ability to keep flying around in the air, can we avoid the chickens? Oh, actually, I think you can. Oh, I got hit there at the end, but it's okay. So we got hit. We just jump to the sides, keep moving, don't go in the same direction. and I think we can avoid it. Well, as long as you don't fly off the edge. So grapple definitely works. Don't walk in a straight line. Always try to like move to the sides and stuff while you're in midair to avoid the chickens. But if you're gonna use a glove to avoid, I would probably use speedrun over grapple. Parry will be 50-50. So if the chickens are coming after you, no, you can't save yourself. The only thing you could do is try to like jump dodge, but even that's not gonna work. You're not gonna be able to parry the chickens. You can only parry their slap. Jebaited can be good. Let's say you might not have your illusion up already and you get hit with the ability. If you use your ability then and get hit off the map, first of all, you're safe in this mode, but if you get hit off the map and you fly off, you get teleported right back to where you used it. So Jebaited can work in that form. Oh my god, KFC for real with oven? This won't protect you from the ambush itself, but if they have this slap glove trying to go after you, you can keep yourself at the opposite side of where they're at and you'll be good to go. Guardian Angel will save your friend if they get hit off the edge from an ambush or a slap, but it won't save you as the user. Ferryman's going to be a deterrent glove, but you can also get hit with this, so this is like a really low end deterrent glove. Blackhole works to keep them distanced from you. As soon as you see them running after you, you could use this to absorb them and bring them wherever you might need to, whether that's off the edge or just completely in the opposite direction of you. This will not save you from becoming a chicken or being attacked by the ambush, so this is like 50-50. Does the arm of Slapstick get affected by chicken? So far, it doesn't seem like it, no. Nope, no time to skedaddle though. So Slapstick can work as the arm does not get hit, so this would be an extended or a coil, but this might be better than those two options for this glove because you could also use skedaddle if you don't have an ambush that's already attacking you. You could always fight chicken with chicken and have chicken wars. What happens during God's Hand's time stop? If you get hit with an ambush and use the time stop ability, you still have them. Oh yeah, okay, so they still run around, so you gotta watch out for that. But I think time stop lasts long enough to where you can go and slap the person you might need to. The thing to watch with it is at the end of your ability use, you still might get hit with like 1 or 2 chickens. Also, all the one-shots should be 50-50s because if you're just doing a regular slap, you should win it because they will die. But I still believe they can put an ambush on you, so you're still gonna get hit with chickens. Ultra Instinct's 50% dodge rate will proc here. What happens with Titan? Alright, so, oh, you actually can't have it placed on you as a Titan. That's pretty cool. Okay, so Titan, you can avoid having an ambush placed on you, but what happens when it's already active and you go into Titan form? You just get bullied by the chickens. You kind of fall over, so Titan can work here. I'm gonna say not a perfect counter, but like 75%. Phase should be able to avoid all the chickens, but does it last long enough? If ambushed and you go into phase mode, you can avoid the chickens, but does phase last long enough if you're moving? No. You might get hit with like 1 chicken, so not terrible on permeable, but if you were to avoid the first couple of chickens and then move yourself towards the middle of the map and then continue to move around, I think you might be able to avoid. Yeah, okay. It's all about timing with phase. Bomb, bubble, jet, shard, and bob gloves are all going to be huge deterrent gloves, but these are not counters because they don't do anything defensive-wise for you. It's just something that you can use offensively to kind of push them away from you without getting hit by their ambush. Jupiter's going to be 50-50, so if there's an ambush, this will protect you from not going that far on the hit. You can get hit by as many chickens as you might need to, and it's nothing too crazy. The bad part with Jupiter, though, is if you get slapped again, you still have the ability of turning into a chicken, so this isn't going to be the best option for you. You could use Slapple to not even get slapped by them. As soon as they get near you, just use the Slapple tree and go up into the tree. But if they put the ambush on you, this isn't going to save you. Also, you can get hit by other people's ambushes, so this is 50-50. Larry can work here, but it's like 50-50. If you're able to spawn Larry, they have to slap you in order to activate this, so it's not terrible. If there is an ambush, you can get hit off of your Larry. You're not safe on top. And if you do get hit by the ambush, Larry will not enrage. So yeah, 50-50 for Rattlebones. I like Glitch as a deterrent glove because if they try to come and slap you with the ambush, you can send them up into the Trojan and run away. But if there's already an ambush happening, Glitch is gonna do nothing to save you. And it will not save you if they end up slapping you twice and turn you into a chicken. Elude works well here, but it can still be hit by the chicken ambush that happens, but you won't get hit by their base slaps. But if they try to put the ambush on you, yeah, not happening. But like I said, you do have to watch out for the chickens as you can get hit by other people's ambush chickens like that. So that's the only thing you'd have to watch out for as Elude. Fish can work, but you have to really time this well. If you get hit, you can use the flop and avoid the chickens. And if you get hit again, hopefully it's not towards the edge, but if you do get hit towards the edge, you can always flop back. Fish definitely comes down to timing, but I do like this at about 50% counter because you can still be turned into a chicken, so you have to avoid them after the first hit. Can you combo with Voodoo? Alright, you absolutely can combo with the Voodoo glove. Yeah, you can put down a clone and then have somebody with the ability go and slap them and give them the chicken ambush. So that works for sure. You can turn them into a chicken as well if they get slapped into you. Can you leash a chicken? This should help you for knockback reduction if you end up leashing somebody and they call an ambush on you, but I want to see if you can actually leash a chicken. Oh, you can leash chickens. You can fully nullify them because they have to actually slap somebody to use the ability. I'm gonna put leash at about 50-50. So Boogie's gonna be like a 75% counter here. If they're coming after you, all you'd have to do is place down your Boogie, and you can avoid being slapped, even though his glove's not supposed to be there. But you can just go to the sides and stuff like that. The one thing with Boogie, though, is if there's an ambush happening, this is not gonna protect you from said ambush. Recall is the last one of the saving gloves. If you end up getting hit by the chickens and need to recover, you could use this if you flew off the edge, but make sure your timing's right or you're gonna end up dying. And that goes for the other gloves as well. If you have good timing, you could always bait them into counter, but if you don't have good timing, this isn't gonna save you. And this also won't save you if there's already a chicken ambush, because this is just gonna make you like fall in place if you get hit by the first chicken, and then after that, all the other chickens are gonna make you take knockback. Rob should work out very well here. You can just go into Rob form to avoid all of the chickens. While in this form, I'd wait for the chickens to end before I'd go and attack somebody, but you just have to watch your cooldown. If you end up eating somebody, your cooldown's gonna take even longer, so that can end up getting you hit by another ambush ability. Also, once you get out of the Rob form, you're still susceptible to being hit by other people's ambushes and being turned into a chicken until you get your ability back. So I'm gonna label this like 60%, maybe even 50-50. Rhythm is like speedrun, but I would definitely use the speedrun glove over rhythm, as it takes a little bit to get speedy. But if you do get that speed, you do have the yellow shockwave tiles that happen with this glove, so 75% counter for rhythm. Rojo has a long enough animation that the ambush should not hit you. Alright, so if you were able to dodge the first couple of chickens, I think you'll be fine. Go into this Rojo form, and let's see. Yeah, you're fine that way. Now we just need to see which ability goes quicker. Oh, they get it much faster. So Rojo's only going to be 50-50. Retro can be good here. So if they're coming at you from a distance, you could always use the rocket launcher to shoot them back and keep them away from you. But if they are getting close to you and closing in, you could always use the bomb to just distance yourself and stay as far away from them as you possibly can, because you don't want to get hit. And if they even get close enough to you, you could use the band hammer to push them away so you don't get hit. So as long as you're keeping your distance from them, Retro should work for you. Null is a great deterrent glove. If they're chasing you down, you could always spawn your Null minions, and either they're going to have to sell out to try to still hit you, or they're going to end up getting consumed by the minions, or they're gonna run somewhere where they can get rid of the minions. Those are the three options that will happen with it. So good deterrent glove. I think Alchemist is probably gonna be our first gold tier counter on this. For this, all you're gonna need to do is collect some elderwood, and then a mushroom right here. Place down a cauldron. Take 1 elderwood and 2 mushrooms. Click the ladle to get yourself an invincible potion, and then you are no longer able to be slapped. And if somebody else has an ambush, you're not gonna get hit by these chickens either. So Alchemist is gonna be my first opinion on our first solid counter. So Alchemist easily gets that gold tier counter, and you should definitely use this if you're trying to just like fully nerf them. Druid can be really good here as well. This won't protect you if there's already an ambush happening, but if you do see them coming after you and they have their ability popped, you can use this to send them back, and then all you have to do is just keep distance from them until their ability is either slapped on somebody else, or just keep your distance from them. But you get your wild vines back quick enough to where they should always get hit by this and you won't have to worry that much. Just always play the movement game with them. Scythe is a good deterrent glove, but it brings them to you, so it puts you kind of in danger. Santa's really good here. Alright, so if there's an ambush, if I go into the iframes and grab the bag, how much can I avoid? Ooh. Okay, so I still got hit there, but I think I can avoid pretty much all of the chickens that do end up flying through. You can go in here and avoid a lot, and if you continue to keep spamming the jump, yeah, you can avoid a lot with the Santa bag itself, so I do like this. And you also have throwables and stuff with Santa that are very helpful, so I think I'm gonna put Santa as gold here, even though you can still get hit. Fireworks. Fireworks are deterrent glove. You can shoot them from distance, but this has a long cooldown, and if they actually start targeting you, I think they could catch up to you pretty easily. This is just a meme glove where you can like shoot them with it and be like, haha, I got you once. Okay, wait, don't kill me. And then the last glove here is gonna be global, which I think is gonna be a great counter. Alright, so ooh. So not the top counter that I thought this was gonna be, because I forgot it takes a hot minute to dig underground, but if you use this as soon as you hear the chicken call and go underground and wait for them to attack somebody else with the ambush, you can avoid the ambush fully. We're gonna put this as 50-50. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is gonna be it for the counters on this glove here. There's not that many counters here, for real. There was only like 3 or 4 solid options that I can fully remember in my head. Shout out to all the amazing goobers that did help us out to figure out what did counter what. We have Saul, Gravity, Ivan, Mew, Carl, Show, and Bio. Huge W's to all of them. I appreciate all of them. Which glove was your favorite counter? For me, I think Santa's gonna be my favorite counter on this one. It just works in a lot of cases. Which one surprised you the most? I'm not gonna lie, I thought that reverse would actually defend off the chicken ambush, but it doesn't. You still get hit there, so that one caught me off guard. Let me know which ones surprised you and which ones didn't. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, we all hope that you have an amazing rest of your day or night whenever you do end up watching this, and we shall see you in the next one. Later!